A passionate early church deacon, Stephen became the first Christian martyr after speaking out boldly against religious corruption. Enraged by his words, a local crowd dragged him out of Jerusalem and stoned him to death. As he died, he echoed Jesus by praying for his killers' forgiveness.
As the core leaders of the early church, these two pillars of faith were executed in Rome during Emperor Nero's brutal anti-Christian crackdowns. Peter was crucified upside down, feeling unworthy to die exactly like Christ. Paul, as a privileged Roman citizen, was granted a swifter death by beheading.
As Archbishop of Canterbury, Becket engaged in a fierce, years-long political showdown with King Henry II over the independence of the church. The bitter dispute ended when 4 of the king's knights took an angry royal complaint literally and rode to the cathedral. They brutally murdered Becket with swords right in front of the high altar. A brilliant lawyer and Lord Chancellor, More was a close advisor to King Henry VIII until the king broke away from the Catholic Church. More resigned in protest and refused to take an oath acknowledging the king as the supreme head of the English Church. He was imprisoned in the Tower of London and beheaded, famously declaring himself the king's good servant but God's first.
The Archbishop of San Salvador, Romero became a passionate champion for human rights after witnessing military death squads terrorize his country's poor. He used his weekly radio sermons to boldly condemn the government torture and assassinations, explicitly ordering soldiers to disobey sinful commands to kill. The very day after delivering that sermon, a lone sniper shot him through the heart while he was celebrating Mass.
A teenage French peasant girl, Joan claimed divine visions inspired her to lead French troops to stunning victories against the English. She was eventually captured by enemy forces and put on trial before a biased, politically motivated church court. Convicted of heresy on trumped-up charges, she was burned at the stake while clutching a wooden cross.
This French Jesuit missionary traveled deep into the wilderness of North America, successfully learning the language and culture of the Huron people to share the gospel. His work ended tragically when a rivalrous war party overran the village where he was ministering. Captured by the attackers, he endured horrific ritualistic torture with supernatural silence before finally succumbing to the wounds.